Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever GeekWave Awards. This is going to be an annual thing we do. For every single year, there are movies released. I love awards season. I am an awards junkie. I'm only recently an awards junkie. And I figured, I have a platform. Why don't I actually, make my list for every year? So I both have, the list when I talk about it in conversation. I could go back to the year. And I have a place to talk about this stuff that I love. So we're going to be doing an award show. It's the GeekWave Awards. We're going to be doing more categories than the Academy Awards, but we're going to be doing it in less time. Because that is how videos work online. Also, no jokes. A big thing at award show is you have to get a host. They have to make a joke. Everything's funny and it's silly and everyone's making their comments and doing their whatever and blah, blah, blah. Everyone's laughing and having a good time. Barbie's a movie about big boobies on a doll. That kind of shit. Or, at the Critics' Choice this year, don't you just want to fuck Harrison Ford? What a man's man. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. We're going to talk about the movies. We're going to get into the movies. It's something to celebrate. The movies are back. The movies have never left. They're back. It's so over, we so back, you can pick whatever you want. But it's a good year for movies and a great thing to dive into. Unlike other award shows as well, we're starting with the important topics at the beginning. Because I know if you're not even going to watch the whole video, you might want to see what my best picture, best director, and best screenplay is. Those are the first three we're going to do. And unlike the Academy Awards, we're going to do 6 per category. But for the big 3, picture, director, and script, there's 10 to talk about. And then we're going to have some fun ones towards the end. These are going to be, there's about 35 to 36 categories we're going to do every year. But then there's a couple random ones at the end that are just specific to 2023. Because it's been a good year for movies. I don't care what anybody says. There's been some amazing films to be released this year. Most of them have been good. Most of them, great. So sit back, relax, go get yourself a cup of coffee, go get yourself, maybe some celebrities' tequila or their vodka or whatever. Drink it up and come with me on this journey through films of 2023 for the first annual GeekWave Awards. And of course, we're going to start with Best Picture, the most important category of any award show. So here are the nominees for Best Picture. Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Asteroid City. Barbie. Blackberry. The Boy and the Heron. Fallen Leaves. Godzilla -1. May, December. Oppenheimer. Past Lives. And the GeekWave Award goes to Asteroid City. That's right. Wes Anderson's magnum opus about what it means to create and think and feel in this industry. A beautiful movie, my favorite movie of the year. I've done a top 10 if you want to check that out instead, but Asteroid City wins Best Picture for this year. Moving on from there, let's talk about Best Director. So many beautifully made movies this year. It's hard to narrow it down to one. So here are the nominees for Best Director. Wes Anderson, Asteroid City. Sofia Coppola, Priscilla. Greta Gerwig, Barbie. Todd Haynes, May, December. Aki Kaurismäki, Fallen Leaves. Yorgos Lanthimos, Poor Things. Hayao Miyazaki, The Boy and the Heron. Christopher Nolan, Oppenheimer. Celine Song, Past Lives. Justine Triet, Anatomy of a Fall. And the GeekWave Award goes to Christopher Nolan. Of course it does. This is his year to sweep every award show, including this one. A beautifully made movie. The best directed movie of the year by far. Congrats to Christopher Nolan. This is your time to win, baby. We're all rooting for you. Let's talk about Best Screenplay. Some categories break it up into adapted or original, but for me, when we do it this way, when we have the 10 nominees, it is strictly easier just to put the 10 movies that I want to think have the best script into this category. So that's what we're going to do. These are the nominees for Best Screenplay. Anatomy of a Fall, Justine Triet and Arthur Harari. Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Kelly Freeman Craig. Asteroid City, Wes Anderson. Barbie, Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach. The Boy and the Heron, Hayao Miyazaki. May, December, Sammy Birch. Oppenheimer, Christopher Nolan. Past Lives, Celine Song. Poor Things, Tony McNamara. Sanctuary, Mika Bloomberg. And the GeekWave Award goes to Anatomy of a Fall, Justine Trent and Arthur Harari. This is a great script. The way it balances true, devastating emotions with like this really interesting stage production of just like actually going to the courtroom. It's brilliant. It's one of the best scripts to read. If you want to read this script, I recommend looking it up because it's so fantastic and fun, and this movie rocks. Those are the big three. We went through them pretty quick, so the rest of this is going to go pretty quick as well. Starting with Best Editing. Here are the nominees for Best Editing. Anatomy of a Fall, Ferrari, The Killer, May, December, Oppenheimer, Poor Things. And the GeekWave Award goes to Oppenheimer. Hey, beautifully edited movie. One of the best things out there right now. Truly, wholeheartedly brilliant. Moving on from there, let's talk about something that's kind of the unsung hero of a film. These are the nominees for Best Cinematography. Anatomy of a Fall, Asteroid City, Barbie, The Killer, Oppenheimer, Poor Things. And the GeekWave Award goes to Oppenheimer. Come on. A beautiful movie. I'll be saying that all throughout this video, but Oppenheimer wins Best Cinematography. Let's go to Best Score, a very controversial category a lot of the time, but sometimes you just have to get in there and talk about the things you love. So these are the nominees for Best Original Score. Barbie, The Boy and the Heron, The Killer, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, Spider-Man, Across the Spider-Verse. And the GeekWave Award goes to The Boy and the Heron, a quiet, somber, beautiful score that is worth every single second it is on screen. Truly amazing. And sticking into the realm of music, let's talk about the original songs that came out this year. These are the nominees for Best Original Song. What Was I Made For? Barbie. Nothing You Can Take From Me, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Pure as the Driven Snow, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. High Life, Flora and Sun. Meet in the Middle, Flora and Sun. A World of Our Own, Wonka. And the GeekWave Award goes to Nothing You Can Take From Me, The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I'll listen to Rachel Ziegler sing anything, and anytime she's on screen singing in this movie, it's the best thing that ever happened in a film this year. I will stand by that award. Let's talk about something that matters to film, and it's kind of hard to do when we have like a big CG world. But hey, they still matter when we get these right. Here are the nominees for Best Costuming. The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Barbie, Killers of the Flower Moon. Poor Things, Priscilla, Wonka. And the GeekWave Award goes to Barbie. Oh my goodness, some great fashion in here, pulling out some beautiful costuming and outfits from classic Barbie lore. Amazing, so much fun. We love to see it. And sticking in that category as well, here are the nominees for Best Hair and Makeup. The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Barbie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Maestro, Poor Things, Priscilla. And the GeekWave Award goes to Maestro. Yep. It's an interesting movie, but just the way that they costume an old Lenny Bernstein in here, it is spectacular and some of the best use of old age makeup you've seen ever. This one was always going to win this award for me. Now, we've talked about how we dress the people that are going to be in these movies, but let's talk about like the actual production itself. These are the nominees for Best Set Production. Asteroid City, The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Barbie, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, Wonka. And the GeekWave Award goes to Barbie. You can't tell me a movie that uses so much pink paint that it causes a national shortage doesn't deserve this nomination or this win. It's incredible that we did that. Congratulations to the team at Barbie for something so amazing. Now here's some of the awards that I'm sure a lot of you are very interested in hearing. We're entering the actor category and starting with the leading man themselves. So here are the nominees for Best Actor. Zac Efron, The Iron Claw. Ryunosuke Kamiki, Godzilla -1. Cillian Murphy, Oppenheimer. Franz Rogowski, Passages. Jason Schwartzman, Asteroid City. TOU, Past Lives. And the GeekWave Award goes to Cillian Murphy, Oppenheimer. A clear victory, rest assured, it was always going to happen. I love this performance, and I love this movie. Now let's move over to the female leads that are going to be happening in movies. These are the nominees for Best Actress. Lily Gladstone, Killers of the Flower Moon. Greta Lee, Past Lives. Natalie Portman, May, December. Margot Robbie, Barbie. Kylie Spaney, Priscilla. Emma Stone, Poor Things. And the GeekWave Award goes to Emma Stone for Poor Things. I've been thinking about this performance a lot, and it is truly one of the most brilliant things to come out this year. It's quiet, but intense. It is an escalation of a woman finding herself, and that's one of the most beautiful things I've seen in a while. It's amazing. So Emma Stone wins. Now, let's jump into the category of supporting, because that matters just as much as lead. Here are the nominees for Best Supporting Actor. Robert Downey Jr., Oppenheimer. Jacob Elordi, Priscilla. Milo Mikado Grainer, Anatomy of a Fall. John Magaro, Past Lives. Charles Melton, May, December. Ben Winshaw, Passages. And the GeekWave Award goes to Charles Melton, May, December. He ain't getting a snub over here. That is a performance that broke me. So much intensity and power behind this guy. Truly amazing. But hey, that takes us over to the female supporting. And these are the nominees for Best Supporting Actress. Penelope Cruz, Ferrari. Adele Xenopoulos, Passages. Vanessa Kirby, Napoleon. Rachel McAdams, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. Carey Mulligan, Maestro. Rachel Ziegler, The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. And the GeekWave Award goes to Rachel McAdams, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. This is my favorite performance of the year. I will justify this performance all the time. It is a woman who has had her whole life upended and doesn't know what to do with herself. I love it so much. Rachel McAdams, you win. You will win every year if you deliver something this spectacular. That's acting. But hey, we're going to go back to something kind of related to music and talk about sound. So these are the nominees for Best Sound/Sound Mixing. Barbie, Ferrari, Godzilla -1, The Killer, Maestro, Oppenheimer. And the GeekWave Award goes to Oppenheimer. Beautiful use of sound. Everything just sounds so great in this movie. It's perfect use of Foley work and just giving us what it means when a bomb goes off. Truly incredible. Now here's a fun category, one I like every year, and I always encourage people to watch more movies from, not just American shores. Here are the nominees for Best International Feature Film. Anatomy of a Fall, The Boy and the Heron, Fallen Leaves, Godzilla -1, Society of the Snow, The Teacher's Lounge. And the GeekWave Award goes to The Boy and the Heron. It's beautiful, it's poetic, it's gorgeous, it's amazing. Miyazaki, not his best, but that's not saying anything because all his movies are perfect. Now here's another one that's kind of interesting depending on who you ask, because it's another category that maybe not everybody watches movies from this sort of genre. Here are the nominees for Best Documentary. The Deepest Breath, Four Daughters, Hot Potato, The Story of the Wiggles, Kokomo City, Still a Michael J. Fox Story, Unknown, Cosmic Time Machine. And the winner of the GeekWave Award is Hot Potato, The Story of the Wiggles. I have been singing the praises of this movie. I will continue to do so. I love the Wiggles. This one was always going to win for me. The problem with documentaries is I always watch a bunch of stuff about celebrities and famous events, and I always try to encourage people to watch other documentaries as well. But Hot Potato was always going to win for me in this category. I'm not changing my mind on that. Here's another fun category that I'm upset most award shows don't have in them. Here are the nominees for Best Stunts/Choreography. Barbie, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, The Iron Claw, John Wick Chapter 4, Polite Society, Wonka. And the GeekWave Award goes to John Wick Chapter 4. Not a film I particularly love, but by gum, if it isn't one of the most well choreographed things I've seen in my entire life, it is like watching the most beautiful ballet you have ever seen. And here we go again. Something very important to movies that sometimes gets overlooked and people don't really know what to do with this category. A lot of these production houses are unionizing now, so that's really cool. Here are the nominees for Best Visual Effects. The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. The Creator. Dungeons & Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. Godzilla -1. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3. Oppenheimer. And the GeekWave Award goes to Godzilla -1. What a movie. Truly a masterpiece. I am having so much fun just watching the world love this movie as much as I do. It's such a good time. Now here's something we're going to break up into separate categories. This whole category is called Best Genre Film. And essentially, we're going to be taking 5 categories and we're going to say the best movie of the year from each category. So here we go. Best Action Adventure Film, The Boy and the Heron. Best Comedy, Bottoms. Best Comic Book Movie, The Killer. Best Sci-Fi/Fantasy, Godzilla -1. Best Horror Film, Evil Dead Rise. Great stuff. Hey, don't get mad if your favorite one didn't get nominated for Comic Book Movie. The Killer was always going to win that. Let's jump over to the world of animation, as we have a couple things to talk about in that category that are very exciting to mention and bring up. So here are the nominees for Best Animated Film. The Boy and the Heron. Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget. Elemental. Nimona. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. And the GeekWave Award goes to The Boy and the Heron. What a film. A masterpiece, if there ever was one of the genre. Now, let's stick in the realm of animation and jump into something that matters, which is voice acting and voice casting. So here are the nominees for Best Voice Cast/Ensemble. The Boy and the Heron. Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3. Nimona. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. The Super Mario Bros. Movie. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. The GeekWave Award goes to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. You have a bunch of all-stars showing up to give beautiful performances, and you cast actual teenagers as the Turtles. That's a win in my books. And speaking of that, that takes us to our next category. So here are the nominees for Best Solo Voice Performance. Nicholas Canto, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. Bradley Cooper, Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3. Daveed Diggs, The Little Mermaid. Daniel Kaluuya, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Robert Pattinson, The Boy and the Heron, the English dub. Haley Steinfeld, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. And the GeekWave Award goes to Robert Pattinson for his dub of The Boy and the Heron. He did something with his voice that's pretty impressive. You wouldn't be able to recognize it's him right off the bat. It's kind of amazing. And that takes us to this category, which is kind of similar to one we already did, but now it's for live action specifically. Here are the nominees for Best Ensemble. Asteroid City. The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Barbie. Bottoms, The Iron Claw, Oppenheimer. And the GeekWave Award goes to Asteroid City. A lot of great names showing up with this thing, giving just beautiful performances. Truly stellar cast. Great to see them all together. Ooh, this next one is a very fun category, and I want to get right into it. Here are the nominees for Best On-Screen Animal. Snoop, the dog that solves crimes, kind of, in Anatomy of a Fall. Abigail the giraffe. It gets milked by Willy Wonka in the film Wonka. The bird that starts screaming a bunch in A Haunting in Venice. And Topo the octopus that urinates on Aquaman in Aquaman The Lost Kingdom. And the winner? Come on, it's so obviously going to be Snoop. This is the best animal we have seen in a film in ages. They are key to the story, they have great acting skills, and they also recorded like a video at an award show recently like that was like, hey, thanks for voting for us. Like, that's awesome. Snoop is the best animal we've seen on screen this year. But you know what? We also have to talk about this category. Here are the nominees for Best Talking Animal. The Pelican, The Boy and the Heron. Mondo Gecko, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. Rocket Raccoon, Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3. Sebastian, The Little Mermaid. Jarnathan, Dungeons & Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. The Heron, The Boy and the Heron. And the GeekWave Award goes to the Pelican in The Boy and the Heron, a scene that devastated me of just a broken down, dying pelican saying about how he was sent here for no real purpose and now he doesn't know what to do with his life. A beautiful scene. Willem Dafoe does it in the dub. Incredible. And now for a category that is going to be a staple for me going forward because it's something I'm always looking for in film. Here are the nominees for film that best represents 2023. Barbie, Dream Scenario, Fallen Leaves, How to Blow Up a Pipeline, The Killer, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 1. And the award goes to Fallen Leaves. Nothing says 2023 to me like trying to find some semblance of happiness while the world at large around you is falling apart. It's beautiful, it's quiet. Fallen Leaves is the most 2023 film of 2023. Here's another one that's going to become a staple, and it's kind of like a two-part category. Here are the nominees for More of This, Please. Films in which we'd like to see more of this. 65, A Haunting in Venice. The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Bottoms, The Killer. The Pope's Exorcist. And the winner is A Haunting in Venice. Just decrepit, gothic vibes. I'm all for it. I love that Branagh is at a stage in his career that he can just say, yeah, I'll do this. And on that note, while we want more of these, please, there's some where we'd like less of this. Here are the nominees for Less of This, Please, movies we don't want to see happen or anything like it. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Expendables 4. Leave the World Behind. Next Goal Wins. Rebel Moon, Part 1, A Child of Fire. The Sound of Freedom. Oof, a lot of stinkers there. But there's only one winner for Less of This, Please, so the GeekWave Award goes to Rebel Moon. I don't want any more. Please stop giving Zack Snyder money to fund this insane crap. I don't want to see it. Less of this, please. And more of A Haunting in Venice. Another fun category we have to dive into. Here are the nominees for Best Creature. Fun. The Heron, The Boy and the Heron. Godzilla, Godzilla -1. The Alien, Asteroid City. The Mega Mutant, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. The Entity, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 1. Jarnathan, Dungeons & Dragons, Honor Among Thieves. And the GeekWave Award goes to The Alien, Asteroid City. No theater experience this year has shook me more than watching that little stop-motion alien come down from his ship and smile while he picked up a rock. It's the happiest I've been in a while. It's the best-looking creature I've seen in a while. It was definitely going to win Best Creature. Here's a fun category I can't wait to get into. Another one that will become a staple that I'm very excited to talk about every year. This is the This Is Me Award, where I look at characters that debuted in 2023 and I say, which one is most like me as a person? So here are the nominees for This Is Me. Christopher Abbott as Hal Porterfield, Sanctuary. Donatello, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. Ayo Edebiri as Josie Marks, Bottoms. Matt Johnson as Doug Friedgen, Blackberry. Isaiah Lettinen as Lawrence Queller, I Like Movies. T.O.U. as Hae Sung, Past Lives. And the winner for This Is Me is Matt Johnson, Blackberry. I have never seen myself more represented in a movie in a while. Just a guy that hates big corporations, wants to hang out with his friends and watch movies, and then as soon as shit gets tough, he bails and becomes a rich guy. That's exactly what I do in any situation. It's the most I've seen myself on screen in a while. Matt Johnson in Blackberry playing Doug Friedgen is exactly who I would be in a film in 2023. Plus, we dress a lot alike. Here's a fun category that I love to see, because sometimes you just have somebody pop up and you can't put them in supporting. So here are the nominees for Best Actor in One Scene or Limited Screen Time. Willem Dafoe, The Boy and the Heron. Aaron Dean Eisenberg, The Iron Claw. Gary Oldman, Oppenheimer. Parker Posey, Beau is Afraid. Margot Robbie, Asteroid City. Tilda Swinton, The Killer. And the GeekWave Award goes to Parker Posey, Beau is Afraid. Truly amazing to see her show up, have sex, and die. All in the span of 30 seconds. It's brilliant. It's beautiful. It makes me smile every time I think about it. Here is another fun category I'm super excited to talk about. This is the At Least You Tried Award, where we look at some of the people and things that happened in Hollywood this year and be like, hey, a genuine effort was put into this. I'm glad you attempted something, even if it didn't pan out. So here are the nominees for At Least You Tried. Emerald Fennell for everything involved with Saltburn. Bradley Cooper for everything involved with Maestro. Universal Studios for making 2 Dracula movies, but none of them are truly a Dracula movie. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 for thinking it was going to be the film of the summer, but got lost in the shuffle of everything going on. Zachary Levi for thinking he should get more jobs after the things he said and done, and then going on a huge tirade after the Shazam Fury of the Gods press tour, and now who knows what he's going to be doing with his career. Disney for literally never changing to try and make something special. And the award goes to Zachary Levi. You had it all, my friend. You were the lead in a superhero movie. Then you backed the wrong horses. You said some stuff you shouldn't have, and then bitched and moaned online that James Gunn should hire you. My guy, accept the loss. At least you tried. You tried horribly, and it failed. And if you can't tell yet, I have not put these in any specific order. It's just more or less the way I thought of the categories. So this one probably should be higher up on the list, but it's going to go here instead. So here are the nominees for Best Needle Drop in a Film of 2023. Dog Days Are Over. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I Will Always Love You. Priscilla. Pimp. Anatomy of a Fall. Push. Barbie. Tom Sawyer, The Iron Claw. Total Eclipse of the Heart, Bottoms. And the winner is Dog Days Are Over, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Perfect use of that song, perfect place to put it. Truly brilliant and fun and magical and amazing. Oh, here's a fun category. This is kind of similar to At Least You Tried, but it's slightly different. This is the annual Mr. Hollywood Award, where we look at people who are very influential in Hollywood, or tried to be, and go like, hey, you're the reason Hollywood is what it is today, my friend. Thank you so much for that. So here are the nominees for Mr. Hollywood 2023. Greta Gerwig, making Barbie. Bob Iger, for coming back to Disney and doing what he did. James Mangold for directing an Indiana Jones movie, and nobody knows he did, and nobody is talking about it. Barack and Michelle Obama for getting into movies, but on Netflix though. Margot Robbie for making Barbie. David Zaslav for existing and doing what he does. This is not a category to take seriously at every turn. Sometimes it will be, sometimes it won't, because this year's winner is David Zaslav for completely ruining Hollywood and canceling projects and taking over an industry so he can own CNN or whatever the fuck he wants to do. Hey, David Zaslav, go fuck yourself, and you're Mr. Hollywood this year. If you do the same thing next year, guess what? Nothing's going to happen. I'm not going to do anything, but I'm just going to be more mad about it online. And those, dear listeners, are all of the categories we will be coming back to every single year we do the Geek Wave. But guess what, my dear friends? We have a couple more categories to talk about this award season, specifically ones aimed for this year. So let's talk about some of the other categories of 2023, starting with this one. Best Supporting Cast Member in the film Oppenheimer. The nominees are Josh Hartnett, Benny Safdie, Emily Blunt, Rami Malek, David Krumholtz, Dane DeHaan, Alden Ehrenreich, Jason Clarke. The winner, Alden Ehrenreich. He's funny and went to toe with RDJ. It's beautiful, it's fun, it's amazing. A lot of people in that movie, isn't there? Oh, here's a really fun category I'm super excited to talk about. This is Best Exorcist to the Pope. The nominees are Russell Crowe in The Pope's Exorcist. And the winner, Russell Crowe in The Pope's Exorcist. A movie that deserves a million sequels. Russell Crowe, never come back to American shores. Stay on your moped and drive around Europe, please and thank you. Oh, here's a fun category to talk about. Best movie from Disney to bomb this year. Here are the nominees. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. The Marvels, Wish. The Little Mermaid. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, Haunted Mansion. The winner of the GeekWave Award is The Marvels. It bombed hard, but guess what? It's not that bad. Oh, and this is a great category to end things on. This is called Best Movie About Making a Thing That We Have in the Real World. Here are the nominees. Air for making shoes. BlackBerry for making phones. Tetris for making the game. Flamin' Hot for making the Cheeto or whatever. The Beanie Bubble for being about the Beanie Babies. Weird year, isn't it? The winner of this GeekWave Award is BlackBerry, one of the year's greatest films and stars a character I see myself in immensely. So there you have it, my dear friends and listeners and everybody else in the world who is watching this. That is the first annual GeekWave Awards of the 2023 season. Maybe things will become more refined as we go on down the line, but what's the point? We're capping it at about 30 to 40 minutes. I got nothing else to add. You've seen everyone else in the film industry talk about stuff. It's been a great year for movies. I appreciate it all. Thank you so much for everything. That is going to do it for this 2023 movie season. This is going to cap it off for me. Everything going forward, 2024, baby. Argyle, Madam Web, Lisa Frankenstein, Dune 2, Dune. It's going to be great. But no, I appreciate all the support. 2023 was a great year for me on this channel, and I look forward to talking more about stuff coming out very soon. It's going to be fun, so stay tuned for movie reviews, television reviews, comic book reviews, and maybe a couple other surprises in there. Until then, thank you all for watching this video. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun, stay safe, good luck. And hey, just going to put this out there. Come Oscars night, if you follow me on Twitter, I will be live tweeting as I watch everything happening. That's going to do it for me. Love you all so much. See you later.